Tomorrow, the big game, Super Bowl. I don't know if you've heard of it. Denver Broncos. Seattle Seahawks doing battle in what is not going to be that frigid temperatures in New Jersey, which is disappointing to me. No precipitation either. But if you're not into the game, you're going to be watching anyways. Because I think I read somewhere that more than half of the people watched the broadcast just to see the commercials. So let's get that perspective of things. We talked to Anthony Kalamut of Seneca College. He's a professor of creative advertising, joining me on the line right now. Thanks a lot, Anthony.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. Hey, Anthony, before we actually get to the physical commercials that are on the Super Bowl broadcast, and I think we're mostly talking about the American broadcast, the commercials we don't generally get to see here in Canada. To me, the more brilliant advertising strategy during this whole time has been what Newcastle Beer has done in creating these viral YouTube commercials, making fun of themselves that they don't have enough money to actually do a Super Bowl commercial. There's one with Anna Kendrick. There's another one with Keyshawn Johnson. To me, that's brilliant. I mean, you're getting maybe more exposure. I mean, the possibilities are endless with who can see it on the internet. And to me, it's not costing, a couple $1 million for a 30-second spot in the Super Bowl.
Well, I'd be curious. The ad agency in New York is called Droga 5, and they're masters of stunting and hijacking.
Yeah.
They managed to even hijack the Olympics with Usain Bolt by putting up a sneaker ad in London, even though the sneaker company that he represents wasn't one of the official Olympic sponsors. So they've been really, really good at being able to, get into the conversation. And this year for the Super Bowl, their timing couldn't have been any better. A week before, they launched that rant with Anna Kendrick, and then they launch a website. They have a bunch of banner ads. And, I mean, listen, let's face it, Newcastle can certainly afford to, buy a $4 million 30-second spot. But if you can create a conversation outside the game where others that may not be tuning in, you've just hit a grand slam home run.
Yeah, it is. To me, it's brilliant advertising, and it's not. I mean, everybody knows that it's. Yeah, they can afford that Super Bowl ad, but to me, the acting. Anna Kendrick was spectacular in it.
Oh, it's probably the best role she's played. And then the amazing thing is also how what I call the banned bowl, which is kind of like for the last couple of years now, some advertisers lay claim to having their ads being banned from the Super Bowl by the host broadcaster. And SodaStream did the same thing. Scarlett Johansson, she appears in their spot. They claim that because at the end of the spot she turns around in a very sultry way and says, "Sorry, Coke and Pepsi." They lay claim that Fox refused to air that ad. They had to take that out of the end of the commercial. Fox refuses to make any comment on it. Coke never comments on other products, and Pepsi just totally ignored the conversation. Translation to me is nobody banned anything, but this is the second year in a row that they've created a massive conversation, got their YouTube hits into the 3 million count just because of that controversy. So, and GoDaddy did this 10 years ago with the wardrobe malfunction ad. They got more spin prior to the Super Bowl broadcast with their internet views on YouTube and on their own page. So pretty incredible the way that this is now playing out, that pre-Super Bowl is becoming just as important as the Sunday. And again, I've been asked about, how do you feel, with the ads being online prior to the broadcast? Hey, this is just part of the strategy. I mean, we got the conversation rolling well in advance of the game. When game day comes on, people will be saying, wait, you got to see this ad. This is the one I was talking about. And with that pre-roll, you're definitely going to have a little, I would say somewhat of a greater engagement.
Well, how does that affect things, Anthony, when it comes to the price of airing a Super Bowl ad? We know it's the most expensive ad time on television. Has that had an appreciable effect on the price of these 30-second spots when you don't even need to really have a Super Bowl spot? You just need to have one that's kind of associated loosely even with the Newcastle ones on YouTube to make an impact. Has that changed the price that these things are going for?
I'm going to speculate, and that's all we can do is speculate. Yeah. And I believe you're absolutely correct. It has. We have only seen incremental changes in pricing over the last 3 Super Bowls, and I think we can attribute that to the YouTube pre-launch, the stunt hijacking tactics that some advertisers have used. So, we only saw a couple $100,000 increase over last year's spot, which again was only a couple $100,000 over the year before that. I mean, there was a time where this thing was jumping $500,000 at a time, where we went from 2.1 to 2.5, 2.5 to, close to 3 million, then 3 million to 3.5. So I believe there is probably a connection. I mean, we're speculating, but we'll see what next year. Each year, the morning after, I look at the ratings, I look at the success of the ads, I see what USA Today's ad meter says, and I boldly say, okay, somebody write this down. Next year's class, tell me how close I was.
Yeah.
And I said, we will top $4 million this year, and we are. We're likely going to top $4 million once the dust settles on the ratings and once they can deliver. And next year, depending on how tomorrow goes, rating-wise and the success of the ad meter, we could see it go to 4.2 next year.
Hey, Anthony, thanks a lot for this. Wish we had a little more time, but really appreciate you taking some time out of your day to do this.
My absolute pleasure. Anytime.
There's Anthony Kalamut, professor of creative advertising at Seneca College, getting set for the Super Bowl tomorrow.